Hello Aries and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your February 2026 tarot reading for the month ahead for the sign of Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Aries. We have your first angel answer message. We have remain positive. What we put out to the universe is what we get back, so positivity is a very powerful energy. What do we have for Aries? Let's pull an angel romance message for you. Thank you. We have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Aries? Let's pull a money message for you. We have block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. So distractions make us unfocused. So let's see what we have for you, Aries. We're going to go through the energies week by week as we always do. What do we have for our lovely Aries? Thank you. February 2026 tarot forecast for the month ahead for Aries, starting with week 1. One more shuffle, thank you. Message for Aries. All right. We have the Knight of Swords, week 1. Week 2, we've got another Knight, Knight of Pentacles. Wow, you've got some powerful cards. We have the Ace of Swords, week 3. And we have a Tower, week 4. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Aries? Message for Aries. Thank you, angels, spirits, guides. Message for Aries. Message for Aries. Let's clarify the cards, go deeper into the message, deeper understanding. We have the Four of Wands. Knight of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Wands. Ace of Swords, we have with the King of Pentacles, can be your energy of someone who you're connecting to. Male or female in a general reading, somebody who is solid, stable, secure, successful. Very positive with money or stability, emotional stability. The Tower, we have the Sun. Wow. All right, Aries, we're going to go through the energies week by week. The weeks aren't necessarily related, so I say what comes to me. The energy of the Knight of Swords with the Four of Wands. This can be very positive news to do with celebrations, celebratory events, or moving things forward to a more stable footing. Can be to do with home, family, relationships. I mean, it can be to do with things like marriage proposals, engagements, whether it's you or someone who you are connected to, like family. It can be celebratory events to do with family, and you might be going there. There could well be some news or communication coming through that brings celebration and joy. The Knight of Swords and the Four of Wands is also very positive in terms of moving or relocating home or moving near a family in some way. So this might well be relevant for you. There could well be some positive news to do with even a home becoming available. The right home, finding the right property. It's also very powerful here. But it can be very celebratory, either within the family dynamic, reasons to do with the relationship, the family dynamic, but it can be things from the external that can affect home and family as well. Either way, there's a strong sense of clarity here with the week 1 in terms of what's happening, and it feels very upbeat. Stability, security, celebrations is what I see for you. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. One final step, one final hurdle, one final push is linked here because there's the potential of an offer. The Knight of Pentacles can be a job, a business opportunity, someone offering you a sum of money. It's something that you've been striving for because you've been battling on, you've been persevering on a path, and even though we're tired, we're fed up, we're actually only one step away, one final push. There may well actually be one final thing to do before you get an offer. Now, it's whatever your process could be. It could be some experience that you're going through where you've had to persevere on, battle on, keep on going even though you were tired and wanting to give up. But this is absolutely that energy here, Aries, where you're one step away from getting the offer that you want, whether it's to do with jobs, business opportunities, or a sum of money. Now, remember, this can be a sum of money in any case. It could be to do with some process that you're going through, if you've applied for a sum of money, if you're wanting funding, if you're wanting a loan, for example, mortgage loan, that kind of energy. Same thing would apply. I also want to say, if you've been persevering and it's been tiring to try and find the right place to live, for example, you might be making an offer as well and seeing, is this going to be the end of it? And it can represent one final push, one final obstacle, one final thing, and then you're done. So this just feels very positive in terms of offers and opportunities for change. For a lot of you, it can be something that you've been persevering towards, but the cards can also represent you've just been through a really challenging process trying to find the right place to live, to get the right offer accepted. This can be that scenario too. But it's worth persevering on, is what you're being told. Week 2, even though you might want to give up or you might be thinking it's not worth it, I mean, the cards are saying it's worth persevering through to the end here because change is closer than you think. And we have week 3, which is lovely. We have the Ace of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles can actually be linked with monetary energies or offers and opportunities. So the Ace of Swords is breakthroughs, triumph, success, victory. With the King of Pentacles, it can be as an energy you are feeling successful, stable, solid, secure. So this is really powerful on that front. The King of Pentacles can also be someone, male or female, who can hold the pentacle and offer it to you. So jobs, business, funding, money, approvals to do with loans. This is a victorious energy, or a sum of money at the end of a process that you've been persevering on. These 2 weeks feel powerfully linked, Aries, in terms of you're one step away and then there's victory, there's triumph, there's success. There can also be the go-ahead, the new path opening up for you. We can sometimes also get an opportunity to cut cords with an experience that has been testing and challenging. Remember, the 9 of Wands can be we persevere for whatever reason, but it can also be if you've been wanting recovery even, or getting over something that has been difficult and getting back into work. The same thing really applies as well. But the King of Pentacles, solid, stable, secure, successful, very powerful in terms of bringing this breakthrough. If it's a person or you stepping into those shoes of the King of Pentacles as your energy, claiming success, stability, and security. This is very powerful for you and very deserving as well with the Ace of Swords. I also want to say here, Aries, week 3, from a point of emotional stability, this can be somebody who is waking up, seeing the truth of a situation and committing. Because this can be that scenario here in terms of opportunities to either get back on track or to want greater commitment and not sure whether you're going to get it. This can be somebody waking up and offering commitment because they see the reality of a situation for what it is. And likely understand it's time to step up, it's time to move forward for greater commitment. Whether it's to do with purchasing something or whether it's to do with emotional commitment, the same thing really applies. It's a scenario here of someone's waking up to the reality of, if I don't do this, I know what's going to happen, so I'm going to do it because it's the right thing to do. This is very powerful with the Ace of Swords. It's a truth, seeing everything very clearly, like a sudden moment of lucid clarity. I know what to do. So this can be the breakthrough, the triumph, the success. There's something very positive happening for you on a personal level, even with the King of Pentacles, where there's opportunities for greater commitment because there's full truth and clarity should that not happen. So I think that this feels very much like it's the right thing to do. Opportunities for deepening commitment in relationships. That can be, like I said, financially purchasing something or emotional commitment. Because the King of Pentacles is somebody who's in it for the long term as a person. They're committed. They are solid and stable. And that's the energy that you are connected to or becoming. I think that this has been to do with unrequited love. Someone has been frustrated and tested because they weren't getting the commitment that they wanted. Again, that can be on a personal level as well. But it certainly feels here that someone isn't blocking out distractions anymore. They are seeing the truth and waking up and understanding what needs to be done. So it feels like there is a real opportunity to rectify things, certainly on an emotional level here as well, in terms of relationships. Because there's kind of a wake-up call. Now, I like this because the energy here, Aries, can represent one of two things. It represents change is going to happen, but it can happen in a really positive way. So the Tower can represent change, the tearing down of the old. It can represent even the potential for change here. So this can represent the potential, for example, when we talk about relationships for endings. But it also represents here, Aries, with the Sun energy, an opportunity for real happy change by allowing the old to fall away. So, for example, old beliefs. For example, someone saying, I promised I would never get married again, or I didn't want children again, or you understand what I'm saying. There's the opportunity for real big happy changes here by letting the old way of looking at something fall away. For those of you looking to move or relocate, it can represent big happy changes on that front, letting the old fall away for the new to come in. Similarly, you can look at that in terms of money areas, career areas, business areas, letting the old fall away so that the new can come in. Really big happy changes. So this is a sign of big happy changes, positivity, good news, celebration, joy, happiness. It can represent light after dark. It can also represent, Aries, depending on what your circumstances are. You might also avoid something here in a very happy circumstance. So, for example, if you were going through or fearing that something was changing and you wanted to get another job, for example, or you wanted to find another home or property because change was happening in your current circumstances, there is a way forward here to mitigate that, to avoid that, to stop the change, influencing your life in a negative way. So this can be very powerful on that front as well. But these two cards are lovely. It represents big, happy changes. You're either averting disaster or you're turning something that has the potential to be challenging into something really positive. is what I see for you. And this is what I see. You could talk about that in unrequited love. You could also talk about this in money, career, finances aspects. You can talk about this in property. But the same thing applies. There, by your actions, there is absolutely big happy changes as a result of this, is what I'm saying. And sometimes, week one can also represent important conversations and communications happening here that may set the pace for the following weeks in February too. Let's finish off for you with Let's finish off for Aries, thank you, with a message from Spirit. We have soul power. Always remember you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, we have inspire passion. Life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. The cards show big, happy changes here, Aries. Is what I see for you. But it feels like by your actions and a strong sense of not giving up, but being open to persevere through something, because it feels like there's the breakthrough coming. Aries, that's what I have for you for February 2026. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful February period, and I'll see you next time.